Do you think that Joe Biden is too old to run for re-election?
Um, well, I think that he is very old, and I think that uh, I think that you can run for re-election no matter what your age. Unfortunately, the nature of the Democratic Party as it is right now and our political system as it is right now, I think that he is the only real candidate that the Democrats have in order to see any success in the election this year. But I really do wish that we had a better, younger candidate. Although I do like a lot of his policies. I think that he's his personality, his presence is just really disappointing, and doesn't really provide a strong front for anybody who's feels politically motivated. It makes everybody feel a little bit apathetic towards the system, I think.
If you could see someone else run as the Democratic nominee, who would you pick?
If you'd asked me like 4 years ago or 8 years ago, at this point, I guess I would have said Bernie probably. Today, although I'm not familiar with too many of his policy positions, and I know he's unpopular in his state to at least a lot of people, I think maybe Gavin Newsom, because I know he's gaining a lot of traction, and from what I've seen, he has pretty good rhetoric, especially I believe he did a response to Ron DeSantis, or a debate with Ron DeSantis, something like that, and there was a lot of good stuff in there, and he comes across very competent, but I'd have to research his positions more thoroughly.
Do you think the current president is too old to run for re-election?
I do.
You do? Why do you think that is?
I think he's too old because he can't perform basic functions like walking upstairs or remembering certain things or even falling off a bike. I think he's just too old to function.
If there was an opportunity for someone else to run as the Democratic nominee, who would you like to see be the nominee?
I'm not too sure, actually. Not too sure.
Do you think our current president is too old to run for re-election?
Yes.
Want to go any deeper on that?
I think you've seen the videos. You've seen, I don't think that he's there. I think we have a 96-year-old in the Senate, right? I think he's too old to be in the Senate. I think age does matter for being intellectual. What is the word that I'm looking for?
Intellectually
Yes,
competent?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So I think right now my grandma's 60 and she's having a hard time remembering things at 60. Now I get it, because you have to be like a certain age to run for presidency, right?
35.
35. See, you can be 35. What? Have we ever had a 35-year-old president? Why not? So, yeah, I think there should be an age limit.
If someone else could run as the Democratic nominee, who would you have as a candidate?
I don't know.
Do you think Joe Biden is too old to be the Democratic nominee?
That's a tough one because I don't think you can necessarily be too old. But I do think like medical evaluations of the brain should be taken before consideration.
If you could choose a different Democratic nominee, who would you choose?
To be completely honest, I probably wouldn't choose one. But that's just my personal opinion.
What type of people would you like to see more in American politics?
More people like Mr. Trump.
There have been rumors that Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
What do you think about her?
I don't have anything against the Obamas. I don't know though if what we need right now is a female president, which is a different topic to get into.
Okay. There have been talks about Oprah Winfrey too. Gavin Newsom.
I don't know anything about Gavin Newsom.
The Rock.
What the heck? You might as well put Kanye back on the ballots.
All right. And then lastly, is there a type of person you would like to see more in politics?
No. I think that's a tough one.
I would be fine with Michelle Obama being the Democratic candidate. I think while she was in the White House that she made generally good decisions and that she was looking after the best interest of America.
I've also heard Oprah Winfrey.
I don't think Oprah has what it takes.
The Rock.
Absolutely not.
All right. What kind of people would you like to see more in politics?
I would like to see more honesty. That's for sure. Over the past few years, I've heard things. I've heard promises be made from politicians that never got completed. Especially like living in Southeast Arkansas in the Delta area, there's a lot of flooding or road problems that were supposed to get fixed that haven't gotten fixed, or just being from the South in general, the education system isn't that great, and there's been promises of infrastructure change that we just haven't seen.